Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The Attorney General is taking Governor Torres to court. Also tonight, two bodies of legislature with two very different views. And first batch of tax returns are out. In sports, biking or basketball, this multi-athlete decides which she likes best. Stay with us, we have these stories and more next.
I have a phone. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on phone. I have a tablet. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on tab. I have a TV. I have a stick. Ooh, TV on stick. I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, April 8, 2022. Our top story for tonight, criminal charges were filed this afternoon against Governor Ralph Torres by the Office of the Attorney General. The charges filed stem primarily from the purchase of business-class airline tickets for the governor and his wife in 2018. The information filed includes dates from April 2018, June 2018, July, August, September, October, November, and December. He is charged with misconduct in public office, theft, and contempt. The AG alleges 12 counts of misconduct in public office and 1 count of theft relating to the issuance of airline tickets for business class, first class, or other premium class travel for himself and Diane Torres. The case also alleges one count of contempt for failure to appear in compliance with a subpoena. Attorney General Edward Manibusan says the charges follow months of thorough investigation by the Office of Attorney General Investigator Division. The next steps in the process will be to have Governor Torres arraigned and allow the case to proceed in accordance with the criminal justice system. A penal summons for the governor demands that he appear in court on April 18 at 9 a.m. Lawmakers up on Capitol Hill are pointing fingers as the issue on impeachment escalates. Don't deny the people their right to the impeachment trial. That was the Senate minority's issued statement on the recent developments of the impeachment proceedings. The Senate minority demands that the Republican-led Senate stop blocking the public's right to the trial of the governor. According to Senator Paul Manglonia, the impeachment rules are designed to prevent a conviction of the governor, and it also highlights the extent the Senate leadership will go for what he calls their puppet master. Senator Edith Delon Guerrero stated as well that the statements coming from the Senate leadership is simply a ruse to protect the governor. Prior to the release of the Senate minority statement, Senate President Jude Hofschneider questioned the House of Representatives and their refusal to participate in a meaningful way. Hofschneider reiterated that the impeachment rules were simple and that there was enough time to provide an organized record to the Senate. He also points out that if there was a prosecutor, the submission would have been overseen to guarantee it matched the requirements. Ending his remarks, Hofschneider states the Senate will proceed with the hearing on impeachment. A trial date has yet to be announced. They say that the early bird gets the worm. That quote applies to those who submitted their tax returns before the deadline. The Division of Revenue and Taxation released the first batch of tax refunds today. Director Tracy Narita states first batch includes regular refunds, additional child tax credit, and earned income tax credits amounting to $6.1 million. If you submitted your return before April 7 and was processed with no errors, then you can expect to receive your refunds in the next week. Those who opted for direct deposit but has bank information errors, the payment will automatically convert into a paper check. Taxpayers are advised to submit accurate bank information to avoid the delays. Last month, the governor signed into law a legislation that allows the local stimulus to be non-taxable. Taxpayers who filed their income tax before the enactment of this public law should check with their tax preparers to see if any amendments should be made. The deadline to submit tax returns will be on Monday, April 18. The St. Jude Catholic Church was vandalized earlier this week. The suspect was caught and tells police he did it because there is nothing to do. A security camera captures a criminal mischief in action. As you can see from the video, an individual who is wearing a hoodie to hide his identity casually walks towards the St. Jude Church in Coblerville and throws an object that shattered a window. This video circulated through social media, which prompted an anonymous caller to contact authorities and report that 25-year-old Byron Delon Guerrero is the person responsible. Police conducted a follow-up investigation where Delon Guerrero confessed that he was the one who damaged the window on this occasion and as well as several times in the past. Delon Guerrero says he did it because, quote, there is nothing to do, unquote. The parish, however, did not wish to press charges against Delon Guerrero. Police then forwarded the case to the Attorney General's office. DPS would like to thank the public for their assistance in this case. The Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault had its first male victim share his story in hopes to heal and inspire others. How many victims of domestic violence and sexual assault are there in the CNMI? What do the numbers look like? How many reports did your office receive this year? These are common questions that are asked to officials of the NMI Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault. And according to Executive Director Maisie Tenorio, there isn't really a real answer.
The reality about sexual assault is that it is the most underreported crime. And it's very typical for our own people, Pacific Islanders or Micronesians, to never report because of the culture of silence and shame associated with being a survivor, having somebody who has experienced sexual assault. It's very common for victims to delay reporting, like to wait years, or to never report at all.
This year was the first time they've had a male survivor speak out during the proclamation ceremony. Tenorio says to have two speakers share their story was an incredible moment for the movement.
We know from years of doing this work that it is incredibly hard, extremely hard to speak out publicly about your experiences with sexual assault.
Fred Sato is a law enforcement officer in the CNMI and is also a survivor of sexual assault. Sato shared what he went through as a foster care child in Guam with the audience and with his family who heard his story for the first time.
As I stand here right now, I'm hoping that with my story and stuff, it'll reach our victims and our survivors of the male community that help is here. I'm here. My number is here. I'm always open to lending an ear, helping you out as not only a survivor, but as a law enforcement officer, as a father, and as a experienced survivor.
It is quite rare for male victims and survivors to speak up, but part of the coalition's movement is to break the stigma for all victims.
To the male victims, the silent victims, whether you're a young boy, a teenage boy, an adult male, it is now time for us to stand up and battle this issue with sexual abuse. Not only sexual abuse, child abuse, domestic violence, it has to come to a stop.
He says it took more than 40 years to gather the courage to speak up. But he did it not just for his healing, but to inspire others as well.
It's finally time that I do it, because right now I'm extremely exhausted. I am just tired, and I just want the healing process to start. And with that, I thank you all.
All right, coming up, Garapan is halfway back to normal with one of our biggest stores reopens.
I have a phone. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on phone.
Get live TV on your phone or any device with DTV Plus from Docomo Pacific. Watch live channels or stream from your favorite apps on any device, all from your home Wi-Fi. No cable lines, no hassle, more savings. All for only $35 a month with your link bundle. DTV Plus, your cable TV on Wi-Fi.
Ooh, TV on phone.
Early one evening, John was headed to a barbecue party with some friends. They were driving from Garapan to Cagman. The night started out great until John decided to start texting his friends while driving. He did not realize that a vehicle carrying a family of 4, including 2 little children, were headed their direction. Suddenly, some people don't realize just how dangerous driving while distracted can be until it is too late. Remember to always keep your eyes on the road. Your life and those around you are more important than sending that text. Whatever it is, it can wait. If only John followed this advice, the outcome would have been different. Drive safe, CNMI. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
My journey began in 2019. I noticed white patch. Now it was stage 1 cancer. I told my wife that I had cancer. I just remember sitting in there with Dr. Moss. First thing that got into my mind was, how am I gonna get to my car? I mean, all the emotions were running through my head. I broke down. After my second surgery, I was cancer-free for 1 year and 28 days. During my routine checkup, cancer came back. Same thing, I got my surgery. Biopsy results from all that surgery came back negative again. And I've been cancer-free so far, just doing my 3 months CT scan, blood works. My advice to all is try not to pick up on bad habits. If you feel any type of sores or stuff in your mouth, visit CHC or any dental clinic for your free oral screening. Early detection is the best chance for your successful treatment.
Ready to quit tobacco? Call the CNMI Tobacco Quit line at 670-323-7848. Visit your dental clinic for a free oral health screening.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Signs point towards a recovery as a major Garapan tenant has their store stocked and open. Our Chris Nelson reports.
Sights and sounds and activity today in Garapan as a major luxury goods retailer has decided to reopen their doors.
We lit a candle and we talked about the significance of the light, the warmth, the endurance, the sign of hope, and how fitting that is for the island of Saipan. The people that live here, that make this island home, whether they're from here or like us, outsiders coming in to visit, share a spirit of resilience, a spirit of getting through anything and getting to a better day. And we're so thrilled, although we're a global company, we consider ourselves local. And we're so thrilled today to be able to contribute, change the course of the future, help this island and this people get back to normalcy, and hopefully have some fun shopping along the way.
DFS has always been the model. And then if you've seen this building here, the facility, the model of what tourism industry is all about. So thank you. This is a great opportunity for not just our people, employment, but truly a tourist destination. So thank you for opening up your doors, and let's get Marianas rolling. Thank you.
Viva DFS! Viva Saipan! 1, 2, 3. Declare the store open.
Opening of the Tea Galleria is considered a major step forward for tourism. Galleria will be open 7 days a week from noon until 7 p.m. Corporate executives flew in from around the region, and local officials and prospective shoppers were welcomed by island dancers in a brief ceremony held along the entrance to the store on Beach Road. Richard Gustafsson is based in Tokyo and oversees the region.
It's one of our most recently renovated locations as well, so it really shows the best of what we have to offer today. But we're on a course and just watching the markets, and as the recovery continues, we'll continue to open up our businesses.
When you look at the next year, 2, 3 in the region, what do you see for tourism? What do you guys project going forward?
You know, that's a great question. We see a strong recovery, first of all, from the Korean market, and that's really leading the way right now. You know, we're watching with big hopes for the Chinese market, but we're also reminded that here in Saipan, there was a time when we had 500,000 Japanese visitors to this island a year as well. And so we're very interested in that market. We're doing a lot of work both here locally and with our partners, as well as on the Japan side where I'm based, to try to stimulate some of that market again as well. So I think it's all upside, it's all a bright future for Saipan, but there will be, you know, another few years in front of us as we go on this journey. And, you know, it's not getting back to normal necessarily, it's about getting back to something that maybe is a little bit new, a little bit more evolved for the world as it is today. But we're very excited, very committed to Saipan, and I think the future is bright.
Rachel Tan started here in the Marianas 15 years ago. She says that as tourism increases, store hours and store areas will begin to change to fit the needs.
You would see that we are not just presenting brands and assortments, but we're also creating experience in the store with promotions, with marketing, with activations that the community will start to see as they come through into the store.
DFS has been operating here in Saipan since the 70s. The store underwent a major renovation just prior to the pandemic. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
The library is highlighted this week for their service to the community and commitment for opportunities and education. It's National Library Week in the Commonwealth. Officials gathered at the island's oldest public library to celebrate its workers, the transformed facility, and the endless opportunities that can be found in a library.
It's been around for a good 30 years. I myself have been walking in and out of these doors since I can remember, and to see it still standing, to see it still being innovative in terms of how they can connect, especially for those that, you know, are not, where the library is not as accessible to them. The library is making the efforts to be accessible to the community as well. So it's really nice to see this, and I just hope it keeps continuing and being innovative and outreaching.
Erlinda Napoti has been the library director for about 7 years now. She says the library has progressed successfully over the years by acquiring new equipment, remodeling the facility, and most especially continuing to attract and serve community members.
We love to see patrons walking out with a smile. We love to see kids coming in looking for books, or looking for a story to read. And the smile that they give us, the smile that they have in their face walking out, that's what gets us by every day. That's what keeps us going, you know. Families coming in, needing assistance to use the computer, and you see the smile on their face when they finally get through what they need to do. That's what inspires us to do better, to do even more for our community. So every person that comes into this library, we treat them with respect, and we make them feel at home. That's how we get by.
This is the highest number of staff the library has seen over the years. Napati recognizes their work and dedication to the community.
I can attest that we have a really strong team, and I dedicate all these accomplishments that we've done to my team. They've actually worked so hard to get us to where we're at today. You know, I can't do it alone. I am so humbled and honored to be a part of their team and be a leader of their team. But this library is equipped with awesome people who are here and ready to assist everyone that comes into that door.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere because we have sports up next.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific, better together.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Make you an offer you can't refuse. Bring your friends in for the best night out at Godfather's Bar in Garabin. Sing along to your favorite hits with live music from the Gigolos. Godfather's has daily food and drink specials, like Taco Tuesdays. The best pizza on island every day of the week. Located on Palm Street in Garabin. Everybody is family at Godfather's Bar. Bada bing, bada boom.
I have a phone. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on phone. I have a tablet. I have no TV. Ooh, TV on tab. I have a TV. I have a stick. Ooh, TV on stick. I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
For the KSPN Sport Report tonight, we feature a young teen female who has a passion for several sports. Let's meet her. Life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you must keep moving. A quote by Albert Einstein.
Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation.
Our young star for tonight is a multi-sport athlete, a sophomore from Marianas High School, 16-year-old JC Ferrer.
I'm Jillian Christy Sonoda Ferrer, and I'm 16 years old.
Ferrer started riding a bicycle at a very young age.
Well, when I was little, I first started with biking, and then once I was like 5, I quit biking and I started to play tennis. But then while I was playing tennis, I noticed my footwork was a little bit slow, so I started to bike. But a few years later, I stopped playing tennis and I just continued to bike and bike and bike and bike. Well, technically, I could call my biking my first love.
She does different sports, but cycling is what she loves the most.
When you're biking and you just keep spinning your feet, the best part of it is actually feeling the wind hit your face and how fast you can go, and there's so much more that you can do on a bike.
Ferrer also joined the Marianas High School basketball tryout last year and made it to the team.
3 years ago, I stopped playing basketball before I graduated middle school. And then about October, they were holding tryouts for the girls. And then I decided to join. That was the only time I decided to play again.
Last month, MHS Lady Dolphins won the ITNE Interscholastic Girls High School Basketball Championships.
Oh, it was so fun. Like when we won, it was just so exciting, and we won 3 times in a row already, so it was just adrenaline rush.
In regards to biking, Ferrer would like to focus more training on her footwork.
Well, I would like to work on my footwork, jogging, running specifically, getting on my speed and stamina, because that has really decreased the past pandemic because we weren't allowed to go outside, go jogging, meet with other people. It was really hard.
Her biggest achievement in cycling happened back in 2019 when she conquered the Hell of the Marianas, which is a 100-kilometer bike race.
My biggest achievement so far is completing the Hell of Marianas and being top on this island.
Here is her advice to those young athletes out there.
All I can say is that when exercising, just don't overwork yourself. That's the best thing you could do as a student athlete.
Young Star Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Gold's Gym, and today I want to go over some exercises that you can easily apply into your current exercise program. Now I have here with me Vince, and he's going to be demoing some of those exercises. Now the first one today is going to be a one-arm dumbbell row. Before I have Vince here execute a few reps, what we want to remember with virtually any exercise is your setup. If you start in a bad position, it's not going to look good and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common mistake with here is obviously a rounded upper back, and as you can see, he's not very rigid or stable. So what we're going to do is correct that just a little bit. So his supporting arm and his leg that's supported on the bench as well is we want to lock that in. Open up that leg a little bit to allow for a better path on that dumbbell. With the elbows coming up way too high, you can see the shoulders riding forward, and that's not what we want. So ideally, what you want to think about is pulling with your elbows and stopping right at the midline of your body. So in this position right here, you can feel his entire upper back along with his core.
And for the KSPN weather report, mostly sunny with isolated showers, east wind 16 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers, east wind 15 to 18 miles per hour with gusts up to 22 miles per hour. High 86, low 77, a 79% humidity. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy with an east wind 16 to 23 miles per hour with gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. High 85, low 76. The marine forecast, moderate to fresh winds are expected to become fresh to strong over the weekend as Tropical Depression 02W passes southwest of Guam. Combined seas of 7 to 9 feet will build to between 9 and 11 feet by Saturday and as high as 12 feet in Guam waters on Sunday. High risk of rip currents along the east-facing reefs through Sunday night. Smallcraft advisory in effect through early Monday morning. The sunrise will be at 6:07 a.m., high tide at 10:53 a.m., low tide 6:55 p.m., and the sunset is going to be at 6:30 p.m. All right, CNMI, there you have it. That is your Friday edition of the news, sports, and weather. Thank you so much for keeping up with the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a good night and a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here on Monday.